Welcome to yet another episode of the Gargi Arya show, which is intended to inspire each one of you to pursue your wildest dreams and do something which the world feels impossible, but you know it is possible for you. And today we have a very inspiring and amazing guest with us. His name is Keerthan K Prabhu, founder and CEO of CI Group of Ventures, which is one of the India's leading college campus makerspace and education technology venture transforming the ordinary students to extraordinary, which is incubated and supported by Atal Innovation Mission, NITI Ayog, Government of India. He is also one of the 10 super speakers finalists who were selected as among the 10 super speakers in the super speakers season 1 of success gyan in the whole country. He is a Josh Talk speaker and he has won many awards and recognitions. So it's an honor to have you on my show. Thank you so much for giving your time. It's a complete pleasure to have someone so inspiring like you.
Thank you so much, Gargi, for inviting. It's my pleasure to be on your show here because I'm always inspired with the way how you take action, how you inspire other. I'm always inspired with your action, and it is my honor and pleasure to be on this podcast.
Awesome, great. So, my first question to you is going to be around your story. What was that trigger point in your life which led you to choose this path that you want to change the people's lives, especially transforming the ordinary students into the extraordinary ones?
Fantastic. So for me, basically the journey started in 2014 when I was actually clueless about what to do in life, because we all hear this three phrase in India, right? Get good grades, get good marks, get settled in life, right? So I come from a middle class family with a family background being a little I come from an orthodox family where they are always like, get good grades, get good marks, you will settle in, get a good job, you will settle in life, and that's the whole thing. And I got the grades in 10th, I got the good grades back again in 12th as well. But somewhere that question was coming to me saying that I think we are learning so many subjects, but it's all theoretical. What is the practicality? How am I going to actually implement this in real life? With all due respect, right, to physics, chemistry, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, so many things that what we go through, but where are we going to really apply this in life, right? And this question actually bothered me a lot. And I started getting answers like study, this is the time to study, not to question and all of that. The moment you get into undergraduation course, you'll get all the meanings and all of that. So then I continued my journey to my engineering, and engineering the same thing back again. So many derivations after derivations, theory after theory, there is no practicality. And that is when the thought came in for me. For me, academics was not at all a challenge. Like I was scoring 9.37 in engineering and all, or even in degree as well, or even in 10th and 12th. But the problem for me was I was finding it very difficult to learn something that is not meaningful to me. All right. So I started finding the meaning, right? Like, what is that I need to be doing? I started asking my seniors. And when I asked my seniors started telling that some of the shocking truths, because what they started saying, today the average package for an engineer is 3 lakhs, and many people don't even get the job. And it is very important that we do something practical to take it forward to that next level. And I went and asked my faculties about, like, how am I going to actually use this, implement this in my life? Have you implemented this in your own life? So unfortunately, they also shared that no, we have just studied engineering, done another 2 years of degree and coming and teaching to you, right? So that is when I said, no, there is something that I need to be actually taking forward. In the year 2014, my dad understood this, because my dad had this one thing, right? Like I'm the first generation engineer in our family. So my dad understood this, saying that we did not had the good education, but I want my son to get educated well. So they were doing everything in their power to actually get me educated. But he understood that if he goes in this path, he'll be blank. He will not be getting the clarity. Today, it is like having something like this and you see only blank, right? And most of the time when we are youths are like this, right? Blank. We actually try seeing this way, that way, and all of that. Distractions, right? So that is when parents will be coming strict and saying that don't go this way, that way. So now there is no direction, no distraction. We get into depression. So I went in depression, saying that what is this life is all about. And that is when my dad introduced me to Success Gyan in 2014, where I attended the National Achievers Conference in 2014, when Robert Kiyosaki, Kim Kiyosaki, and Blair Singer, all these amazing people coming from all across the world coming in, inspiring. I said, okay, if they can do it, I too can do it. The first belief actually started 3 incidents that actually changed my life. The first is that event in 2014. No, I said, like, there are so many people who are successful by doing meaningful things. They are doing purposeful things, right? And also doing it with as a profession and doing it profitably. I said, I want to actually do this, right? But I didn't know how, right? And my skeptic mind was saying, oh, it's possible for them, it's not possible for you, and all of that particular thing, self-doubt and all of that particular thing. So, but the second incident that actually happened is when my dad actually said that whatever the savings that what he had, right, he will start investing in my self-education like this. So he started investing. I was in my second year of my engineering. My income was 0, but I started going to all these programs, various different programs from the world's best people. And at that time I said, like, oh my God, my dad is doing so much for me. And he was telling this one sentence to everybody: I'll never make any asset to my son. If I make asset to my son, he'll be lazy. Instead, I will make my son as an asset by giving him the right skills from the right mentors. Right. So that is when I started implementing things that what I started learning. Like I really see in you my reflection, right? Like I was doing podcasts like this with so many people. I was meeting so many people, and all the people who are sitting next to me, my friend circle became different, right? I was actually at that time 18, 19, and my friends were at the age of 40, 50, 60, right? Friend circle changes. And suddenly when that happens, your own friends will start questioning you, right? What happened to this girl, or what happened to this boy, right? So my friends started asking me, what is this all about, that you have actually completely changed and all of that. And at that time, I was like, these people were having their own companies. I'm like just a student. And these people were impacting so many people, having their own team, employing people, and making in 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore. Even I have met 100 crore people and engage. At that time I said, oh my God, there is a lot more. What we were thinking 3 lakhs, that mindset shift happened, right? And I started getting the heart set shift when my mentors were there with me in my before journey, through the journey, and the after journey. That is when my passion towards coaching came in. Oh my God. Because if you see, we all get inspired from soldiers, because soldiers saves life, right? Or protects life. Soldiers protects life. But if you see doctors, they save life. But coaches and trainers or mentors transforms life, right? Your before and after will be very, very different. I said, this is very important, that I want to actually do this as my passion and turn that into profession and take these things forward. So that is when I started coming back to my own college. The initial journey were like very, very difficult. It was not at all easy, right? Lot of rejections, my own friends making fun of me, and relatives actually coming and asking my parents, what happened to your engineering son? He's doing rubbish things. So many things, many people pulling the legs and all of that particular things. But for me, I saw the possibility of my mentors. I saw the possibility of people who were with me. They were very supportive. You are so lucky to actually get all these things at such a young age. I was like, oh my God, am I really? So I really see that right now you doing at this age, right? So you are so lucky to have amazing parents. And I'm so blessed to have amazing parents as well, who actually supported me in the right education at the right time. And as a result of that, things started changing. So I started with my own cousin and my friend, and that grew. We started coaching. We started creating our own club in the college. That club grew to the next level. We initially had an event. We started bringing people from these places, right, whom I was meeting, right? I said, you guys are really inspiration to me. Can you please come and inspire my friends in my college? They started coming as a speakers in my campus, right? I did podcasts like how you are doing podcast, right? and many were very, very, what we can say, so generous to actually give out their knowledge, share their experience, support in the journey, what mistakes to avoid, what is the right path to do. So much of what we can say support that I started receiving as a result of that right environment and right mentorship. So I started growing. Before I graduated, I tried multiple things, right? From starting from podcasting to affiliate marketing to online marketing, digital marketing, right? Coaching, training, network marketing, real estate, stock market, so many things in the college, right? Just in 3 years, like my friends were like going crazy. I started my own startup, a waste management startup called a Scrappy Cash when I was in college. We got India Innovation Challenge selected. I got an opportunity to meet Nirmala Sitharaman, who was the Industry and Commerce Minister at that time in the college. I was able to attract over more than 17 lakhs in more in revenue when I was in college, helping others do and all of that. But I said, okay, if this is possible for me now, I want to make this possible for a lot more people. So I was very ordinary, like less than ordinary. I was very introvert kid, shy kid, not knowing how to communicate with others, because I till first standard to fourth standard I was in Kannada medium, and English was not at all okay for me. Like I was thinking, if somebody is speaking in English, I was telling these people are speaking tuspus. I don't understand this. What is that tuspus? And all of that, like. And from there onwards, I made that courageous moves, even after so many failures, one after other. I think that kept me going to take things forward to the next level, Gargi.
I can totally relate to your journey because it looks similar to mine, like being at the age of 16 and having friends of teenagers also, but also the like-minded people who are at the age of 40, 50, and then, doing podcasts, taking courageous steps even after we fail. And the one thing which I learned from your story was that you become an asset, and then make other people the assets so that they can also help other people to transform their lives. So such an inspirational story. I think the people who are going to listen to this, they will relate to each and every point of yours. So thank you for going so deep. My next question to you is, what vision do you wake up to on a daily basis? What always keeps you uplifted and motivated?
Yeah, for me, I always see every single day as a new opportunity, all right? Because I had this incident, okay, in 2022, right? It is like where my life would be over, right? I met with an accident, and I was like, oh my god, so life can actually go. Life is very fragile, and it can go at any moment. And today I see that universe have blessed me with so much, right? Even though I had my own challenges and all of that, now every single day I wake up, how can I actually make this possibility as a reality in as many people life as possible, and bring as many young Indian achievers in the country, people achieving under 25, under 30, amazing super success. Because one pattern that what I saw, Gargi, when I was attending all these events, where people have tried everything in their 20s, 30s, and come at the age of 40, 50 and saying, now my life is changing, my life is transforming. I said, why so late, right? So life is actually meant to be experienced, and experienced at an young age, and become independent at an young age, so that you can do lot more things to lot more people. And my mission today is to create that extraordinary individuals at an young age, create young Indian achievers. So that is what I wake up to.
Super awesome and super inspiring at the same time. I can also relate with this point that, the more earlier you start, the more experiences you will have, and the more experiences you will have, the more you can do in your future, because you will have a path then that I've tried this, and this is what is working for me. So great point to add on. My next question to you is, we are living into this digital world, So social media, a lot of people know how to make a good use of it, but at the same time, a lot of people don't use it for the good purpose, right? So especially for the trainers and coaches, and who are starting at this, at this point of time, how can they make more and more use of this Instagram, Facebook, and other social media apps, so that they can actually grow and build their own tribes and impact them?
Okay. So for me, one of the very important things specifically with social media, right? I would say that even though I was an engineer, I was a tech guy, but I jumped into the social world little later, right? I was an offline guy. Like for me, if you actually put me into an event, I would go full on, right? But later on, I understood it's so important to put your value in social as a trainer and coach, because your message can reach to millions today. So that is the possibility that one can actually have. And most of the time what we actually have is either when we are going on video, right? Video communication, like maybe a podcast, like you are doing this online, right? Or so now this can reach to as many people as possible, right? But if you are doing offline, it is limited to only certain group of people. But in a way, I would say that COVID actually made us to become what we can say get us into that zone of getting ourselves social more in 2020. But I think this is so important, and I would say my few things that what has worked for me in social is that keep creating content that actually resonates with people, resonates with your core value, and keep sharing them. Consistency is the key in terms of social media. That's number one. Second thing that I would say is that see in your niche as a trainer and coaches, in your niche who are doing better, and see how you can actually collaborate with them. See, most of the time, most of the people think is competition. No. So competition, in a way, it is good where if it is done healthily, but collaboration can actually multiply the success. Competition will help you add your success, but collaboration will help you multiply your success. So that is what I believe in. Social media, if you collaborate, things can go really, really amazingly well. And third thing that has worked for me well in social media is community building, right? So when you actually have, when you focus on offline only, you have very limited people, because I was having my centers in Karnataka. So when we were having this 3-4 centers, we were only serving people from that place. But when we shifted to our online model, now we have the entire, like our community is actually coming from all across India, and people can actually get the message from all across the India. So that is the beautiful thing that it's a must actually. It's like not something that one has to create, but it is a must today for trainers and coaches, is what I believe.
Agree with you. Here's something that I want to question once again. Consistency is the key, but most people fall here only. Most
Correct.
of the coaches and trainers, why they are not able to go far is because they feel they don't have time. And I keep on telling them that you have to make time for the things which are important to you. So, any time management or productivity tips for coaches?
Yeah. See, for me, I'll tell you, I started my LinkedIn journey very recently, about 5 months back. And I had this journey in a way that I treasured it with social accountability. Because when you actually make things social, right, then you will be having that accountability saying that, no, I need to actually get this things, like I have announced this to the group. So what I did, I was like not at all active on LinkedIn. And I said, my community, let's grow together on LinkedIn is the new challenge I started for my entire community. And people started coming in. And I said, okay, now people are coming. I had 0 posts. I started posting 4 posts every single week, right? And I made my community to also start posting 2 posts, 3 posts, like that. And we started building up. As a result of that, I was surprised. Within 5 months, I was able to have over more than 120,000 content performance just in 5 months. Right? I never thought I could actually do. As a result of that, I got multiple institute giving me invitation to come as a speaker in their institution. Right? If I would have not done that, social media, how would institute will come to know who you are? Right? Because most of the professionals are there on LinkedIn. Right? Most of the youths are there on Instagram. Right? Most of the oldies and goldies are there on Facebook. Right? And most of the, what we can say, intellectual people are there on Twitter, right? Every platform, or most of the learners are there on YouTube, right? So every platform, I understand I'm with all the other coaches also, because it's very easier said than done. Because when you have to maintain yourself in all the platform, it will be very, very difficult. You need a team to actually do it. But do your best, like whatever the best. Like I'm still right now, I have become a little inactive on YouTube as well. But I think if we can actually do it with the team and keep up that momentum, because most of the time is social media, right? When you're doing it organically, you are not getting any return quickly, right? Either in terms of impact, you will not get a reach, then you will think, oh, I'm only getting so much, why to do so much effort? Or second is you are not able to create an influence where you are making people to take action. That is not happening. Or you are not making income, right? Impact, influence, and income are the three important things for any coaches or trainer, right? But that is not happening. And then we actually think it's like investing in the bank, right? So you'll have the compound effect as you start doing more and more and create more and more content. So that is what I believe in. And that is what, like for productivity, I would say the simple thing is social accountability, right? Like announce it socially that I'm launching a podcast, I'm creating a new content piece, or let's do it together, right? Or maybe something like that where you can put socially. Second is that this is something that I recently learned, Gargi, that is about ads. Social media, most of the time we all coaches and trainers starts very late. Like I started very late, right? Like, but I started understanding, no, it's very important. You actually have organic and inorganic start together. Now you know that you are investing also, so that you will also see that I need to be consistent on social to create a lot more possibilities. So if you do that and put yourself 100%, you can do a lot more things. That's what I believe.
Awesome, great pointers you are explaining. One more question which I would like to add is, a lot of people when they start, they are always into this mindset a lot of people already speak on this topic. A lot of people are already mindset life coaches, business coaches. Then what's so different in me? What's so unique in me? Why do I need to do it? Who will see my videos? When I started on this journey, the one question I had in my mind, who will listen to me? Because most of the people's mindset is that she's a 16 or she's a 14-year-old girl, what she will teach us. So at this point of time, when people are in their own self-doubts that what's so unique in me, how can they motivate themselves and go up to this point that they actually start and overcome these thoughts?
Yeah. So one of the very important thing, right? I would say you have to actually deal this with the three different approach, right? Or three things that you can actually see into this. See, most of us, when you actually get started, or when we get started, right, we all get this self-doubt, or we say competition is huge. Everybody is a coach today. It's like the era of engineers. If you see, every house have one engineer. Now every house have one coach, right? No, it's good. It's good that it is picking up. But what is very important, how do you stand unique, right? How do you stand unique? If you see this uniqueness part, right, we get to learn a lot from nature itself, right? If you see, it's attention to detail. Look at different flower, right? They have their own flavor, they have their own uniqueness and all of that. But let's actually bring it to here. I would say that first thing that you have to actually shift in the mindset is this. Okay, this person might be teaching the same thing that what I'm teaching, but my story and that person's story is very different. How they have come up. And people do not want content. Today, content is available. What people want is connection. Can I connect with this person? Right? Can I connect with that person's story? Right? Like, for example, somebody who is getting started. So the journey that what you are starting, right? That story, your story is your own unique thing. It cannot be somebody is the same thing. All right? It can be similar, but it cannot be same. Right? So your parents are different, your background is different, your situations are different. People will relate to you and connect to you with your story. That's the very important thing for any coach or trainer, to which they can distinct. It's not about the content, it's about your story, your journey, your thing. The second thing through which it can be unique from other coaches is the path. Right? What is the path? Which means that now you have come from A to B, or A to C, or A to D, whatever that journey, Now you have created one path. This path is unique for you. Now you can actually give out, and whatever you actually teach as the path or a journey or a possibility for others, this is unique because this is something that what you have done, right? So that is where you can actually distinguish yourself with the story, with the path. And the third thing, and it can be similar here and there, right? See, because nobody is actually saying that this is something, everything is mine, right? We all learn from our mentors. We'll definitely have what we can say the DNA of our mentors when we are actually growing and building things forward, but we will be having our own creation. Our own output will be very different, right? So story and the path. The third thing that what you can actually be distinguishing between others is that work forward for your students' results, right? So if you keep getting results for your community, your students, so you don't need any type of other way of saying I am different. Your story is different, your path is different, and your results are different. The way how you produce results for your community are different. Then that question will evaporate. It will not even be there.
Agree with all the 3 pointers. Your story is different, your path is different, and your results, the way you produce results for your community is going to be way more different. So
True.
thank you for adding this point of view. It will really help a lot of people who are still in these doubts and fears that what's so unique in me. My next question to you is, a lot of us, we are great at speaking. That trainers and coaches, as we are, we can speak, we can talk about our topics. But the one skill we need as a good and an extraordinary coach is listening to someone who shares his or her pain or story. So, can you share some light or tips on it, that why listening is more important than speaking?
Okay, so I learned this very importantly, right? So there are two things to actually when it comes to listening, right? So you listen to speak is one thing, and second thing is you listen to understand and then speak, right? So that can actually do a lot of wonders, which means that you will be able to create that connection. And I usually have this particular thing in my either I'm with my community or with my team, or I'm talking with my partners, or I'm talking with anybody, right? I ask a lot of questions, right? Or I'm with my mentors, I ask a lot of questions, and when I ask a lot of questions, I get to learn a lot from them, right? So because when you actually ask a question, it is actually the 20%, but you will be able to get the 80%. And one more thing about listening, I have always learned is that when you speak, right, you learn less, right? But when you listen, you learn more, right? But it is also very important that we have a balance, right? So there is a time to learn, there is a time to process, and there is a time to teach. Like for example, when you are in the process of teaching, now, okay, guys, let me all listen to all of you. No, it cannot happen, right? You are here to teach. But what you can do before teaching, have I understood them? What is their problem? What is their challenge? What is their goal? Do I know them really? Right? What is that end result? If they achieve, their life will be transformed. If I know this, right? So then we can actually do a lot more wonders. Like for example, before coming to this podcast, so I ask, who is this for? Right? That's a question that I asked you to understand so that I can add value, right? So before you speak, like who will be the person, like what is that particular thing that they're looking forward for, right? So if we ask the question, we will be able to understand better, and when you understand better, then you can speak. So that is what my principle when it comes to listening.
Awesome. So it's like listen, you understand, and then you speak. Great, share. My next question to you is, any success mantra you follow in your life which has got you here?
Okay, success mantra. So see, one of the thing is that every stage of your life, the mantra will be different, right? So when you are opening some doors, right, you have something called as Kulja Sim Sim and it opens, right? That is one mantra. But if you try opening another door, it will not open. Or if your house door, it will not open. So most of the time, what people think is that one mantra will be enough or few things is enough. No, every stage of your life, you will learn lessons first from universe, right? I have learned many lessons from universal slaps. Universe will give you a slap. If you don't learn from your mentors, right? Or if you don't learn from what is happening in and around, you will get a big slap from the universe and then you learn, right? So the mantra will automatically come. But for me, through life or through mentors or through those of you who are listening right now to the podcast. You might get some things from here, but ultimately what matters to you the most is you going and taking massive action, right? You get this, and now how I can become like a Gargi? Can I create my new podcast? Think about that. Or how I can become a coach or a trainer. If you're already a coach or a trainer, seeing this and saying that, I'm listening this, like what is that one implementation point that you can go and implement it, right? Something like that. My focus mantra is all about action, right? Ultimately, action produces results. You need the mantras on success, but this is one thing that I would like to share to the audience. If I have to share the recent mantra that I got from universe, right? That is pain of growth is more important. Like pain of growth is more important than pain of suffering, right? Most of the time what will happen is that when we start reaching success to one level, we become complacent, and then we'll go through pain of suffering. So you take the pain of growth, right? The next level of pain, next level of pain, and next level of pain keeps giving you next level of growth. But if you don't, right, then comfort zone will give you pain of suffering. So that is one thing that I understood. No, it's very, very important to keep setting the next level of milestones. Till when? Till the last breath of your life. Till the last breath of your life, keep taking the pain of growth, so that you will be proud when you hit that graveyard that, okay, I made it. Something, maybe very small thing, but something. So that is very important.
Awesome. That was so heart touching. Like pain of growth is more important than pain of suffering. Superb. Now my last question is, if someone wants to join you in your community, can you just share how can they connect with you? And also, if someone has to come inside your inner circle, then what are the steps needed to be followed?
Yeah. So first of all, if people want to be part of the community, so what we have created is something for those of you who might be watching this right now, where you are in your 25, 30 or 40s, but you are very clear that I want to make myself as an asset. And to make yourself as an asset, the first very important thing is you got to work on self. Then you got to work on your skills. Then you got to work on your systems, right? You have to build systems, right? So to get started with that, we have created something called as a 7 days challenge. It's a challenge that will give you to work on self. In our community, people wake up at 5 a.m., right? And do their morning momentum process, work on self and all of that. And they work on skills. They get that awareness on 18 different skills, so that they start becoming, if you become skill rich, then you will start building multiple streams of income, so that your income level also will increase. As a person also, you will actually increase the value. Then systems. So to be part of that challenge, 7 days challenge, it's a ciunity.com/NSAC, National Skill Awareness Challenge. ciunity.com/NSAC is the challenge where you can become part of the challenge to take your journey to the next level.
Awesome. So all of you, now your next step is going to be in the description below. So you can just check out those links, follow him on Instagram. All of them will be put in there in the description. And at the last, all I want to say is, I had a lot of questions and I was more excited than you for this interview, because we met at FBR also, and then seeing you win the 1 crore champion award, it was just like I see me in you. So thank you for coming on this show and inspiring all of us. You gave a lot of golden nuggets, and each and every one of us is going to follow it. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gargi. I know for sure you're going to make your parents super proud. I'm already seeing that you have all the DNA of success within you already. It is just a matter of time that you will be creating a huge impact in the country and huge impact in many people's life. That is exactly what I can see already. And you are super blessed to have amazing parents who are supporting you to do what you love doing, right? So it's the parent alignment that can create a lot of wonders. And one last time, so I really want to say a very big thank you for giving me the opportunity to come to your community and share this and connect with you and have this discussion. Thank you so much for inviting me, Gargi.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.